people who are instrumental in the creation of this award. The first is Brother Herb Morgan, the founder of Theta Iota, the UC Santa Cruz chapter, a member of the Foundation chapter, well known to you here in this room. He came up with the idea of this award. He's known Ross for 20-something years. The effort to make it to Norris last year inspired him. The other person was Judy Anderson, the wife of the late great Andy Anderson. She is one of the many who have been inspired and comforted by Ross, continually keeping in touch with her, making sure she knew what was going on in the fraternity, so beloved by her late husband. So let me read just a couple of passages, a petition we sent to the Grand Chapter at the behest of Brother Morgan. Ross A. Nash pledged Zeta Epsilon Chapter Theta Chi Fraternity in Cal State Long Beach in September of 1976. He was initiated on December 5th and immediately began contributing. He contributed in every aspect of brotherhood, holding committee chairmanships, participating in sports, events, trips, and activities. His most significant undergraduate contributions were in Rush, efforts he continues to this day, 30 years later. He's a tireless planner, worker in Rush. He sought out potential pledges in every classroom, at every school event, and during every social and sporting event where independents were available. His joy in being a brother of Theta Chi was evident to all who met him, and his easy approachability won over many of the fence sitters. In addition, he was a very epitome of brotherhood, some of whom, like the people you heard of tonight. He went out of his way to mediate disputes and to smooth over bad feelings after elections or conflicts. He could always be depended on for a sane and measured opinion. He did this in spite of a notable and noticeable speech impediment. In fact, his forthrightness in dealing with his communication difficulties endeared him to us even more. Even though it would be so much easier to Ross to find a quiet comfort zone someplace and avoid being noticed, he takes the high road, works with the skills he has to do his best. However, after his graduation to alumnus status is where he truly rose to the best. Every meeting, every event, every newsletter, every regional conference, every Founders Day, every national convention, big events in other chapters, Rush, road trips, installations, colonizations, you name it, Ross made it. He supported any and all events having to do with Theta Chi, unasked and unrewarded, save for the satisfaction of being a brother and his duty of extending the helping hand. But bothered in the mid-30s by his now noticeable loss of leg strength, he was diagnosed with Tay-Sachs. The best treatment, there is no real effective treatment except to keep moving for as much as possible and as long as possible, and to have a positive mental attitude. In Ross Nash, this insidious disease has found its strongest adversary. Though he is now full of disability, it's only a technical definition, because a disabled Ross still gets 5 times more done than anybody else. He still drives his car, so be sure to save him a place if you're on that meeting. He's going to be there. So despite every reason to stay home, to relax, to feel sorry for himself, to cut himself off, Ross will have none of it. He shows up, phone, mail, everybody knows Ross's motto, keep in touch. While most of it we were finding it hard to spend the time we wanted with Theta Chi, he stepped in and did it for us. He made sure that the Founders Days were done. He made sure that our anniversaries were done. He communicated with our friends and family. He kept in touch with wives and mothers who were deceased, making sure everybody knew. He knows everybody he's ever met. He's like Howard Alter. He remembers everybody's name. He knows these brothers, and he takes care of them, just like it says in the Creed. Most recently, he went to the convention in Norwich, where he inspired Brother Morgan. We believe that Ross Nash epitomizes Theta Chi for life. So at this time, it is my great pleasure. We have this brother with us here tonight. So take careful note, all you who are here, who share this night. We are the presence of true distilled Theta spirit. Now look up and lean forward. Pay attention and take notice. You are indeed fortunate to witness true brotherhood in the flesh. It is my great honor and privilege to present the first Ross A. Nash Spirit of Theta Chi Award to my former roommate, my chapter mate, and my greatest inspiration, Ross A. Nash.
And if I can't work with this wherever I can to help out, send a helping hand. Be it MDA for a lockup, for a fill the boot, for a dirty little telephone. They all go, we're glad you help, but why do you? I go, because I can. I wish more would give you help. I had a great foundation for a marshal, for him. And I told his wife, I don't think I'm married to Lynette, because it was lost up 2 or 3 times. And I knew most of them had black hair, and more of it. From Andy, knew Andy for years. Usually I stay in touch daily, an email, because it helps you get through. Be it Don Fine or Kim Rogers or whoever. You gotta talk. I'm there for it. I go to our meetings once every other month for Long Beach State. Make sure the guys are on the right track, because if you don't know, they can ask somebody who's been there before. Made mistakes. Don't make it again. Be a householder at conventions in Norwich or Phoenix, to meet his son after 20 years away from the business, or ask her a question in Dallas, because we're free to ask and be right about it, think 4 years later. I asked him for the right reason to help out. I'll try to help your hand. It's been a ball. I'll be here as long as I can. I see Cousin Jerry Iwanki, chainsaw. Heard his story for years. Gary's here, Gary, I'm here. Help me out when I can. You know, you're a great artist. Seeing David Ball over there, now has gray hair, he had black hair for a long time. Sam Seafood back in '76. Long time ago. But I guess I made him work because they don't know me. I owe them, they don't know my name. Be a whistle, leaving the national office, and saying, I'll be there for you wherever you need help. They'll always be there for me. It's quite an honor, it really is. I thank you very much, brothers. Yes, very much. Thank you.